Will meet with Defence Minister Lindiwe Sisulu soon to discuss issues around the treatment of reporters stationed outside the One Military Hospital in Pretoria. Journalists and photographers have been camped there since news broke that former President Nelson Mandela could have been admitted to the hospital. One photographer was forced to delete pictures she had taken outside the facility. The press club's chairperson, Yusuf Abramji, says journalists should be treated with respect and be allowed to do their jobs without fear.
We've raised our concerns with both the Department and the Ministry of Defence, and this morning I've had an indication from the Minister's office that she'll be happy to meet a delegation from the National Press Club and the Foreign Correspondents Association, hopefully tomorrow, to discuss the issue. The media has a job to do, and as much as we must respect the privacy of former President Mandela and that of his family, I think there could have been some common ground where the Defence Force could have come and said, let's try to find a resolution or some compromise.
Defence Minister Lindiwe Sisulu says there is nothing wrong with Mandela and he's been admitted to hospital to undergo a laparoscopy. Sisulu has been briefing the media in Cape Town. She says he's been admitted to hospital because he had ongoing discomfort. The presidency has not disclosed which hospital Madiba has been admitted to. Yesterday, presidential spokesperson Mac Maharaj said Mandela was receiving good medical care and had undergone a diagnostic procedure. Meanwhile, well-wishers are continuing to pour in for Mandela's speedy recovery. He's said to be in good spirits and could be discharged either today or tomorrow. South Africans are hoping that he gets well soon.
Every time Mandela goes to hospital, I panic. Honestly, I wish him a speedy recovery.
I wish that God a very speedy recovery. He has done so much for the country. The whole nation is behind him.
I just wish our former president to get well and to recover from his illness.
In other news, KwaZulu-Natal Safety and Community Liaison MEC Willies Mchunu says he's happy with the attempts the National Freedom Party and the IFP are making to end violence at T-section of Umlazi south of Durban. One man has been killed and several others wounded in the violence, which started about 3 days ago between members of the two parties. Mchunu says no one has been arrested. It's still not clear who fired the shot that killed the man. Both parties are blaming each other for the violence, and some are also pointing fingers at the police for the death of the man. Mchunu says the parties will hold a high-level meeting tomorrow.
The main solution will come from the political parties themselves. Yesterday, at the most senior level of the NFP and the IFP, they came when I asked them, and we were facilitating that they sit down, talk about what are the main causes of this violence, and then find solutions to the same violence. I am very pleased that those talks took a long time, very tense situation, but nonetheless, there is progress because we are continuing to meet again.
Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan says the tradition of automatically giving the World Bank presidency to an American is outdated. He's been speaking on the sidelines of the G20 meeting in Mexico. Gordhan says the bank presidency should be open to all nationalities and based on merit. He says it's time we break the traditions of the US and Europe sharing the 2 seats for the heads of the IMF and the World Bank. According to Gordhan, consensus on the issue should urgently be found. The Oscars awards ceremony is just hours away and anticipation is building up. Many will grace the red carpet, but very few will leave with the statuette. Silent movie Romance, The Artist, has won 4 Independent Spirit Awards, the year's top honors among movies made outside Hollywood's major studios, including Best Film and Director, in a prelude to the Oscars. The black and white movie from French writer and director Michel Hazanavicius has also picked up Spirit Awards for its star Jean Dujardin. This portrays an actor whose career collapses with the advent of the talks in his Best Actor category, and Julian Schiffman for cinematography. Taking a look at today's maximum weather temperatures: Pretoria 30, Johannesburg 28, Polokwane 29, Mafikeng 28, Rustenburg 32, Bloemfontein 33, Welkom 32, Kimberley 35, Cape Town 26, George 28, Port Elizabeth 27, Richards Bay 32, Pietermaritzburg 33, and Windhoek has a maximum of 30 degrees. Recapping the top story, the National Press Club will meet with Defence Minister Lindiwe Sisulu soon to discuss issues around the treatment of reporters stationed outside the One Military Hospital in Pretoria. I'm Ms. Malatsi. That's my news. It's time now for All Things Literature.